right, hey, welcome to Cool Couch Corner, Cool Couch Cinema, whatever the hell this is called. Yeah. We're doing it.
You know what it is.
Yeah, if you're watching it, it's probably on the title. And I did all the work. I'm here in this box. You're watching me now. Hi, I'm Champ Champenstein.
I'm Christopher McLucas.
And I am Heather.
And they are the most beautiful friends I have ever known. We have been watching Dark. We're about to head into the end of season 3, the end of the show. But first we have to talk about episodes 5 and 6. Heather, are you gonna break it down?
Yeah. Let me get your notes here, Heather. I'll read them.
Oh yes,
I'll read them.
Yeah, you know what? You take it.
All right. We're gonna just fucking roll through these. All right. Katerina gets killed by her mother in 1986. She is following her through the woods to get the key card so she can release Ulrich. Obviously, gets a bit backwards. Her mom decides to load up her backpacks and throw her in the water like Virginia Woolf, like just out there. The necklace that she leaves is the St. Christopher necklace that Jonas and Marta end up finding in 2019. This would also be in the this would be in the 50s. Charlotte, when she's little, she's younger, she speaks to Tannhaus, who is her grandfather, and he explains to her that she was actually left by two women.
Like the 80s.
Would it be the 80s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, well, that's why I didn't write the year, because I couldn't remember like which one it was, but that makes sense that it was also be the 80s. Yeah, she is not actually Tannhaus's granddaughter. She was just left by two random-ass women. He raised her. So she gets really mad, and she goes to the bus stop where she meets Peter for the first time, who is coming to Winden to meet his father, Helge. In the, I guess what would be considered present time and present world, Peter and Elizabeth, this is after the apocalypse, they are still looking for Charlotte and, I just put Fran. Charlotte and Francisca.
Our best friend Fran.
Yeah, Fran.
She's good.
Yeah. Elizabeth gets upset because she doesn't want to keep looking for them because she is under the impression that obviously they're both dead because they haven't found them yet. So she goes back to their little home and is attacked and almost raped by a weird, gross intruder. And Peter comes in during the middle of it. Well, thankfully not the middle of it, but at the beginning of it, where it's like, it happens. And he gets killed. Just stabbed right in the neck by, like, a screwdriver, I think it was. It doesn't matter what it was.
I think it was a knife.
Yeah, it was like a rusty knife.
Yeah.
So he gets killed, and so Elizabeth ends up going to the cave where Noah is, where he said that he was going to be because he knew that Peter was going to die. In the other world, in, I guess, Marta's world, Jonas and Marta are going to go to the power plant to stop everything that Eve tells them. No, it would be middle-aged.
Yeah.
Scarred Marta.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as they're going under the fence, Marta gets that scar, or that cut on her face, and Jonas realizes that they've been played. So they go back to where Eve was, and another Marta shows up and just shoots Jonas, just kills him.
Just kills him.
Let's see. Claudia meets Otherworld Claudia, her counterpart, and she explains that Jonas is becoming Adam and tells her that she needs to fix it. So she gives her the time travel book that makes its rounds within the show.
She's like, you play Jonas now.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of people playing each other. Like I've been saying, it's just riddles all over the place. In the future, in the apocalyptic time, I believe it's Jonas's world, Adam tells Charlotte, I don't know what he says to her, but he sends her and Francisco, sends them on a mission. So they end up going through the Pargodical.
Yeah.
That.
It's
and
pretty big.
They just go away. So then, in the post-apocalyptic time in Jonas's world, I said regular Claudia, ends up finding the God particle that Jonas uses in one of the previous episodes, but it's not moving, it's just kind of there. And Jonas comes out and is like, I'm still alive. So we find out there's another...
What are you doing?
What up?
There is another Jonas, and that we find out also that Marta getting shot by Adam was the point where the two timelines kind of...
Hey, it's Heather's
Diverge.
turn. You can talk in a little bit.
In one of the worlds, other world, Marta saves Jonas, but in the other one, she doesn't. So Jonas, there's like a whole different storyline
Like a
going there.
divergence.
Yeah. So in the other world, this is after Jonas has been shot and killed and stuff. She's kind of freaking out because all of this stuff is happening and she doesn't know what to do. So she explains to her brother, Goth brother Magnus, what is going on.
Goth brother Magnus.
And he doesn't believe her, so she goes to Bart, and it's literally just Bart every time I talk about him in here anyway.
That is Mullet Bart.
Yeah, but art
teacher,
theater teacher, whatever, Bart. And I feel like he does I feel like I just pick on him a lot. He can be a really good character. I think at times he can be a good friend, just not to Jonas.
Yeah. So he's not a friend with your favorite character, so he's
right.
the worst.
Well, I mean, like, I think this kind of proves that, like, he can be a good person because he does listen to Marta and he believes her.
Yeah.
Which no one else does, and I think that was very important. So they decide to go to the power plant.
Friendship, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
But they decide to go to the power plant, and they are intercepted by Otherworld Magnus and Franziska, who take Marta and leave Bart behind, and Bart meets his future self with the hair.
Which is a glow up.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, did I just not like him for no reason?
Yeah.
Like,
and then we kind of find out that I said 2 time travel sanctions, light and dark. So there are 2 different groups of time travelers, which we knew. They're from the other world too, and I can't remember who is in which group because, like, I know Bart was in one of them. I have trouble remembering which one was which.
Bart was in the group with Eva's people.
No, I know. I can't remember like who was in that though. Like was
Bartosz,
Egon,
Noah.
Noah.
Like Light Noah.
Okay. Light Noah always, like, when they showed him, I was like, he looks like he could do, like, an Animal Planet show, like, where he's...
It was like
a safari show where he's like, let me show you all this stuff, like... Yeah, I saw him and I just immediately thought of Bear Grylls or something.
I was like, I like Light Noah.
Yeah.
I want to party with that guy.
Yeah, but fucking Dark Noah is where it's at. And then...
Surprise.
In 2053, I assume that's the year. From what I remember, in the future, whatever, Adam captures Marta. I said captures. He did put her in a cage.
Yeah.
He uses the God particle to. I don't know what I meant by this wording. To unleash at the moment of the apocalypse in both of their worlds. It's supposed to kill her and her baby, preventing any of this from ever happening. That's where we left off.
Yeah.
Cosmic abort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just definitely a time travel or like a God particle abortion.
It's
Yeah.
like, dude, just give her the $75.
I don't want you to have my baby. This is how it's going to happen. We're time traveling. This is it.
I can't just trust like some sort of Planned Parenthood situation.
Yeah.
We gotta use
I
something
can't trust
It's a God
otherworldly.
Yeah.
Just come into this nuclear reactor with me and we'll take care of that
That's
baby.
really
No fuss,
why
no
they were
muss.
like testing it out on the kids because they were like, at what age does it work killing? So like, how low can we go?
When does life start, you know?
Yasin was the youngest one that they did, and they were like, all right, let's go lower. This one hasn't even been born yet. Let's try it.
Like a baby in there. Like,
Yeah. Kills the mom too. We all make sacrifices.
For the time.
And, yeah.
For time.
For the I can't remember what the other name.
Mundus.
Well, see, that was the other group. The light group had a different name.
Theirs is "Let There Be Light," but I don't know the Latin phrase for that.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I know like the Sic Mundus one was the dark side, And then I remember them saying that the light side did have a name, but I just can't remember what it was. I don't know Latin very well. I was about to text my cousin because she, like, took Latin, like, got a scholarship on Latin. I was like, hey, you've seen the show Dark, right? But I
know about this.
Sit down. And if you don't, I'll recap it.
Yeah.
I got all these notes.
I got these notes, my other notes that I was, like, going through, because I have all the notes that I've left in here, and that was the Sisterhood of the Time Travelers tells Mom. So I was like, nah, I can't really do that. I just have quotes in here. Champ your address from when I sent you milk and cookies that one time.
Yeah, it's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that your?
That was it. That was my recap. Did I get everything for the most part?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't feel like because a lot of stuff happened, but I think that is like.
I mean, you left out Hannah stuff, but I mean, like, I know why. That's totally fine.
Yeah, you could not have been surprised by that.
Yeah.
My only hope for this
Hannah gets
is that
that
somehow something happens and then she no longer exists. Like, not that she gets killed, but that
she is like
traveling.
leaving and traveling through time right now.
Right.
So.
My hope is that Jonas does whatever he needs to do, eliminating her somehow. I don't know how it would work, but she does not need to exist.
Wow.
That's my only hope for this season.
Wow, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Your jokes?
Nothing. Just
jokes and funny stuff.
Actually, none, because it was all like sad. Like we were talking before, like Karina and Ulrich's ending. Like I'm assuming that is their ending. That what we got was really sad. Like
he's still stuck.
Yeah, he's like stuck. He's gonna die, an old crazy man in that asylum.
Knowing that his wife went back, like it was almost like the Hannah situation where she went back and like teased him, and he doesn't know.
Yeah.
So like for all he knows, like that's what Katarina was doing too. Like, don't worry, I'll get you out. And
I feel like he probably knows something more serious happened to her.
Well,
I think it's just like I don't know, the finality of like her being gone and just like him knowing that she was going to try to get this key card and all of these things. I don't know. I feel like he would know things went like the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. And then like not what I was expecting. Like Katarina's ending to be
me away.
Like at all. I was just like, what in the world? Like
I did not want that for her.
I didn't either. She didn't deserve it.
Yeah, it really made me sad, especially because like at the beginning, like I didn't necessarily not ever like her, but she was just like she's rude and she was abrasive, like the first season especially. So I just didn't really care.
So it's
for
like,
her.
yeah, so what?
Yeah, but then like the more I watched it, the more I like felt for her, and then for her to get that ending, I was like, no, that's not fair. And Hannah gets like a baby. She has to time travel and sleep with another fucking man. That's just gonna that's not fair. That's not how that. Why does she?
I
can't.
Yeah, like I said, I just been like, man, this is nuts. And then also, like, the finality of it. We're getting to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see how all this kind of works together. I'm excited. I'm hoping. Yeah, and the thing that scares me is like, hopefully, like Charlotte. I don't want her to get an ending like that.
Yeah.
To where like I know that she's gonna like obviously they like they like she'll be fine. She's like an adult. She lived, but like she could still get like Claudia. She could still be killed and exist. But it's like no. I hope we get some happy endings because
so far no one's
Peter's
I think was one of the saddest to me.
Marina's
was very unfortunate, but Peter's was just like, my God, like he just wanted to find his family and like protect his kid, and he just got like stabbed in the neck by some randos who just showed up in their house.
POS.
Yeah.
And also, I'm trying to like connect it to like so like the camper that they're living in is the camper where his infidelity is. So like that's where he dies, and also when he like
that's where his marriage died.
Yeah, it's where his marriage died, where he dies. But also, it's like this. I don't want to use the word like masculine in any way, but like it is. But I guess in the like narrative sense, it is like it's the time he's like most manly in his whole life, where he's actually like going out doing like the road type shit with like like going around in this like apocalypse wasteland and trying to like go forward. Yeah, and it's like but like where he where he died is like the was probably like the worst time of his life, and it's like ugh, and then it's just like good God, it's like so happy ending. Come on, just show up, man, like.
All right. Okay. Like I said, I forgot to write any questions down because I was editing all day, so I'm gonna wing it. We'll see what I come up with here. So I'm guessing you guys don't remember in the episode where they are swimming, them talking about the lady in the lake.
Oh, spit.
No, I did not remember. Because all I can remember from those is Magnus getting excited about titties.
Yeah, but, like, remember...
I do remember now that you said it.
Like, they're, like, swimming and, like, Bartosz pulls on her, like, on Marta's legs, and it's like, they're talking about the lady. About the lady in the lake, and, like, yeah, so...
That's your mom.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, once... For me, that was one of the big revelations.
I'm gonna write that down, because I didn't even, like, connect that.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you about it, is, like, if you guys had remembered that, like, little thing. Because, like, there are just, like, so many little tiny things like that throughout the show. And that was, like, one of the little pieces I, like, was just like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Like, that's just, like, fucked up. And, yeah, along with, like, her dropping the St. Christopher necklace, too. It was just one of those things where... Yeah. Just some good writing, too, is, like, to connect it over, like, the couple seasons. Or I guess it was season 2 where they mentioned that.
Yeah.
So...
Got it in my notes.
So who do you think the ladies are that, like, drop off the baby to Tin House? And also, like, why him? Like, if he holds no... I guess his whole family used to be involved with the time travelers, but, like, why him?
I think it was... I mean, I can't really say who the women were. But I think it was just because... I mean, like, I have, like, pieces, like, the beginnings of a theory, but I think it just has, obviously, something to do with the time travelers, so it would have to be the women in the time traveling union. I don't know... I don't know who exactly, like, because the only other ones I can think of are, like, Noah's sister. I can't remember her name, though.
Agnes?
Was it Agnes? Yeah. I was, like, the one that went down on the mom.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Or, yeah, as I call her, Tronte's hot mom.
That's her. But I think, honestly, it just has to do with, like, it was his grandfather who was in the 1800s, right?
Yeah, it seems like it's his whole whole family.
Because they were working on the time machine, so I think it has something to do with that and the connection and, well, you know, Jonas blowing his load in it. I don't know. I just think it has something to do with that. Like, that's why they left Charlotte, because there is that connection, because Charlotte is Noah's daughter, and it's all... Obviously, it's all connected. But that's what I think, why I think they at least left it with him. The baby. They left the baby with him.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Christopher?
I think it is... I think it will be... what am I supposed to know her name? Is it Isabel?
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth, because she's the weirdest looking one. Because that's what he said, like, 2 strange women. So it's like either her and Charlotte, or her and the other young warrior woman who's there. But, like, Sylvia or something. Like, yeah. It's like either... I think it's like... But I know... she's gonna drop her, like, because she's like I said, she's like the weirdest looking one. That's when he said, like, 2 strange women. I'm like, well, she's the strangest one we know. Or maybe Claudia, like, old witch Claudia, comes back for a final, like, you know, what up, we dropping babies off.
I didn't think about that, honestly, when he said strange. I was thinking about, like, you know, there's a reason why the kids and them were wearing the 1800 clothes, and so they would blend in. So, I mean, like, if you're wearing clothes from a different time period and you go to, like, just take a baby, I think that would be weird to me, too. Yeah. Like, if I just saw someone wearing futuristic clothes, like, regardless of what their face looked like, I would still be like, that is cool. Like, that is wild.
My favorite side character to think about is the medical examiner who examined the bodies that came in from the future, from, like, when Egon was, like, a police. Like, I was just thinking that guy's, like, 30 years later, like, sitting there, like, made in China, like, what does that even mean, you know? Like, yeah, like, just losing his mind, just being like, what is China? It's just, you know, like, he starts QAnon or something. Like, that guy, they had to, like, lose it. Like, that guy had to, like, lose his mind. I think I know it's gonna be her, because, like I said, she's the weirdest looking one. And also, you know, that's like the hard, and narratively, that'd be the hardest thing. Like, you know, she has to give up her daughter. Like, so we're, you know, because, you know, you can't raise a baby in the apocalypse, man.
I was just gonna say, what if that was the fucking task that Charlotte and Francisca have to do? Is like, oh wait, Charlotte and Elizabeth have to do is, like, drop off baby Charlotte, but it's a different time.
Yeah, and
Charlotte would have already been born. I just thought that'd be really funny if, like Elizabeth was like, all right, Mom, let's go drop you off. Let's go
Get in the car now.
We gotta take you to the past, to grandfather.
Yeah, and I'm waiting to see. I'm interested in how Tannhaus is connected because he had like out of the players of the game we've been watching, he's like the lead. He would if in the realm of like if I was gonna use like a chess metaphor, he would be like the king. He's not moving. He's not like an active piece, but he's like important while all these other pieces. He's Oppenheimer. You know, it's like I'm interested to see because if he is like the crux of this whole thing, I'll be interested to see how they do that because like I say, he's like in 4 episodes, probably like most. Maybe.
Yeah.
The story is all just from that book that he wrote.
It's
not actually like an actual like book. It's just like a novel about these characters who built a time machine.
Did you not read it?
Nobody's read it. They just like make up their own versions.
It's
like
Tolkien, including himself in his books. Like that's what Tannhaus doing.
It's just Ibsen Lawson. Like
I thought it was German. Like I should have looked at it.
That's why every time they hand it to him, he's just like, "What the fuck?" Because then none of them have read it, and he's just like, "Did you not read this book? Like, what the fuck?"
Like this is the print. Like we gotta.
Where did you get this book?
I guess. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. Ooh, we're just like so close to the end. I don't want like.
I know I'm like on
get...
edge, like antsy. I'm so excited for it.
I guess since we're at the end and this is one of the last times we get to do this, how are we gonna wrap this show up? How does it end? Where do we go from like where we're at now? Where do we go?
To be
because everybody's like going to do certain things and make sure like pieces are in place.
You mean the characters or us?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I hope we're still gonna be friends.
I was like together.
No,
that's where we go. We go together.
Obviously, I mean the show.
I don't know because I really only feel like there's 2.
There's only 2 episodes.
Maybe no, not 2 episodes. Like,
there's only 2 episodes.
Two different things that could happen is either like they succeed, or I guess 3 technically. Like one of them succeeds in what they're doing and changes what's supposed to be happening. Or we find out that this has all been happening the entire time and it's just keeping going. Like there's really no solution to it. It's just like it's the way that it ends is the way that it starts.
Okay.
Yeah, you can dam a river, but you can't.
Beaver's still gonna do something
to
it.
You can't fight nature. So it's like I think, they're in nature. They are nature. This is nature. You can't fight it.
Yeah, this was all supposed to happen. Everything that's been happening has happened before already. No matter what they do, it's just gonna like keep repeating.
You're sweeping leaves on a windy day, man. Yeah. Like there's nothing you can do.
I feel that.
Yeah, you just try to spit in the face of God, man. Like what are you doing? You fool.
You fool. That's been the theme for the night.
I suppose also one more question while I'm thinking about it, because Marta also then has Marta shoot Jonas, like. Marta or Jonas, like who, or like Marta or Adam, I guess Adam or Eve, like who
Adam and Steve,
who are bad, who's good, who's like really like who's trying to do the right thing, I guess. Or I guess is there a right thing here?
I don't think there's not a right thing, but in my personal opinion, I think everyone who is projected to be bad and is put in black are the good people. It's just a weird narrative that I just never understood because it's usually like the people who believe in God or like the light side that's bad, right? Mm-hmm. That for me anyway, that's how it's always been. I think that's why I've been on like Jonas's side the entire time. It's because that makes the most sense to me. But I don't feel like there's a gooder, but they're both wrong. They're both just stupid. I don't know why they're doing this.
Yeah, like agreed. Like it's like for me, it's like. If there was at least another side of people who were like, oh, we are the light and the dark.
Yeah, we are the gray.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we're Liam Neeson's, we're the gray. Like, and so it's like, once you like ignore the one side, like saying like, Adam's like, oh, the dark side, this dark, and it's like, no, you can't, the only reason like, all this works is it's always like the interplay of things. Like the thing that makes music good is the silence between the notes. It's like you gotta have these things in order for like, this thing for things to work and for like this trippy time travel like experience that like you were going through, I think like discounting anything is just a bad idea, dude. Like you should be working with everyone to try to figure out like what to do instead of being like, oh, you guys are light, you guys are dark. It's like you're just both blind man with the elephant guy. Dang it!
Yeah.
Like,
If they would just like work together, maybe they could actually get something done.
exactly. Yeah.
But because they like named their own sides, that's where the real problem started.
Yeah.
that's where you messed up. Yeah.
It's like a
Dude.
Stanford experiment.
Instead of like communicating, that's why their relationship didn't work. They just didn't talk to each other. Like if they would have just communicated and explained instead of speaking in riddles to their younger selves.
No wonder
like,
Batman and the Riddler don't get along.
Every time we try to talk about this, you shoot me.
every time.
Every time. Like I'm sick of it. Okay, Eve? I'm sick of it.
Let's both try not to shoot each other, and we can figure this out.
I did think that was funny how like young Marta came out and shot Jonas, but it was like only after fucking Adam shot young Marta. It's like, I got you, bitch.
Yeah.
Took a while, but I got you.
Turn it around. Like, I saw my body on the floor. I know what that meant.
Yeah.
Somehow she like got in the exact same spot too, and she hasn't even been practicing. Like that's wild. That got me.
Many on both parts too. It's like I don't know if this is a German thing, but like he fucking Tim Rotham, like in the Reservoir Dogs, shot him in the gut. Like
I watched that movie and I was like, hold on a minute. There's no way they died that fast because Michael Madsen told him, or whoever told him, that a gut shot won't kill you for a long time. So, yeah. I was very confused by that. I was like, that happened real fast.
Mike's like, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. You're gonna be okay.
Like, yeah.
2 hours later, he's still on the concrete floor. It just happened really fast. And
I'm a cop.
I've watched Reservoir Dogs, and it was not supposed to happen that fast, according to Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
And I assume he did a little bit of research. I even went home and was like looking up bullet wounds to the stomach because I was like, I don't remember that happening
She
in that
like
movie.
got heart or something, but like
Yeah.
in the gut.
Make it more traumatic. Shoot him in the head so they can't have a last word, right?
Wow, I don't know if that was her whole gig though. She's not like.
Oh, that's what I would have done if I really wanted to like
Just turn
make
into a
something
monk.
happen.
Get on your
Like,
knees, John. It's like,
Well, I mean, like, she didn't want to like make anything happen though at all.
oh, my bad.
She
That's
like
just
was
what I
kind
would
of
have done,
like
apparently.
forced into it, but like also
starts
had to
making
do
him
it.
suck the gun. Like Jesus, Mark.
But I mean, also, if I was her, I would have just, if she was being forced to do it. I'm putting myself in that situation, and I would have just done it to get it over with. Like, shooting him in the stomach based off of Reservoir Dogs would have made him suffer more.
I
and
mean,
that-
I guess has Marta seen Reservoir Dogs, or does she know?
if she hasn't, and she was alive in 2019, then what the fuck was wrong with her?
Yeah, it was insane.
Every girl had a friend in high school, a guy friend who was like, let me show you this movie, and made you watch it at least 4 times.
Luckily, I didn't, because you were my first lady
I said
friends.
every fucking...
Since that you are my first lady
Yeah.
friends, do you want to come over and watch Reservoir Dogs?
I absolutely do.
All right, cool.
As long as we can watch Inglourious Bastards after that.
Yeah.
I'm a they them, and also no.
All right.
I prefer it, honestly. I don't...
Was it? I saw that tweet. I have no pronouns. Please don't refer to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
That's
just
me.
don't talk to me, please.
That's us.
Because I just hate having to, like... I'm just like, whatever, just call me whatever you want. I don't fucking care.
Ooh, dog
I
breath.
don't care about you anyway.
All right, I think those are my only questions. Did you get your good answers in?
I think so. I feel like I did.
Did you get your best answers in?
I think so. But I have a question for you without any spoilers, of course.
I'll do my best.
How does it end?
I don't know.
I was gonna say-
I will just ruin everything. Fuck it. It's the last 2
Because
episodes.
I just wondered, because I know you've talked about it before, and I feel like I've asked you before, but I would like to have this on the record. Were you satisfied with the way that it ends? And do you think we will be?
Oh yeah, no, I was 1,000% satisfied
Okay.
with the way it ended.
Okay. And I will understand time travel after this, right?
I feel like you will understand. I feel like that you kind of do already understand time travel. You've already been like,
Yeah.
your theories are literally what time travel are. Like,
So I did learn.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good for me.
I was gonna say, and if I may,
I'm smart now.
and if I may say, I think the best way to understand time travel is
To experience it yourself.
experience it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go time traveling, but also like
Okay, quantum.
I
leap a
added
little bit.
Jonas on Instagram, and he hasn't followed me back yet, so
The
I don't
bastard.
know. Adult Jonas, sorry, I should specify. I added adult Jonas because I was trying to get it.
but not knowing anything is knowing about time travel. Like I said, it's something you can't know it.
So I've been just
so like
a
you,
genius this
yeah,
whole
you've
time.
been right the whole time, you know, because it's like
It doesn't make sense.
these paradoxes and things
Right.
like that. It's just like we experience time, like we go through it. We don't get to like hop out and have this like experience
Funny story. We do time travel.
every day.
Look, we've just been doing it this whole time.
Yeah.
But we just spent 15 minutes talking.
Ooh,
Oh.
We traveled through
we
time.
did, but only forward.
Shit, was it? Oh, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah,
We
no, I
jumped through time somehow.
I do. I really enjoyed the ending. I think you guys will really enjoy the ending. Like I've said for like several episodes, I'm just very excited for you guys to see what happens. A lot happens in these last 2 episodes, so it's just like
I can only imagine because so much happened in the last 2. Like, to tie up the show.
so
Sorry, I
it'll,
just thought about Hannah and I got really upset.
so it'll be interesting. We come back here next week and then like unpack the show as a whole and just like be like, okay.
I'm going to bring all the family trees that I've made. I haven't done season 3 yet, obviously, because I have to wait for season 3 to end before I can do it. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring all my notes. I have a notebook full that I've been working on. When I say notebook, I mean 2 pages, but within a notebook. I'm excited to unpack all this. This is going to be a lot of fun.
And yeah, no, it is. That's why I wanted to do this because I was like, it's a lot of stuff. So let's do this. And so anyway, I think that is it for Dark. And then we'll be back for the next video and just like get all of our tears and emotions and feelings. And
I'm not going to cry.
get it all out of us. All right, goodbye. Like, subscribe. Let us know if you enjoy this. So if we continue doing this, we're not just talking to ourselves like jackasses. Or whatever, I don't care.
We'll just be jackass.
Yeah, I was
Just
going to
crash
say,
into stuff.
I just saw this new trend that was like, put the beginning of Jackass, like the theme and stuff, to very mundane things that you're doing. Like some girl was like, hi, I'm whatever, and this is Jackass, and then she just puts the water bottle into like the filter or whatever, and it was hilarious. So I think we should start doing that with everything that we do.
So hi, welcome to Jackass. We'll see you next time we record.
Brown,